Hey there, everyone! Today, we're going to talk about the topic of women having high standards and being delusional. It's a topic that's been gaining a lot of attention lately, and we want to know your thoughts on it. It's important to strive for the best in life and to not settle for anything less. But there's a fine line between having high standards and being delusional. Don't let your standards prevent you from finding happiness and fulfillment in your life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'd really appreciate it.
What you rate yourself from 1 to 10?
I'm a whole 11.
You above the scale?
Hell yeah.
What about in the real world?
I don't care about nobody else. In the real world, I'm a 10.
You know a 10 means perfect.
I'm perfect.
So there's nothing that you can change as far as your looks.
I got nice eyes. They real. This body is real. That's a problem.
Okay.
And I'm soft. I'm a 10. Motherfucker, say you look good. So I'm telling you, I'm a 10.
So people are telling you that you look good. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Those people, they was lying to you.
Ooh,
They was lying to you. They was lying to you. So the thing is, when you get all of this free attention from males that say, oh, baby, yeah, you look good. You ain't got to change nothing. They're lying to you because they want to sleep with you. I don't have those intentions, so I'm being honest with you. So I can tell you that you are not a 10. You're not anything close to that. And you have many things that you need to work on and change from the outside. For sure, for sure, for sure.
I genuinely think the world would be a better place if we had more conceited ass, delusionally conceited ass women walking around. Bitch, you literally like breathe human life onto the planet. Like, be a little conceited. Also, look at my face.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
What happens with a woman in her 20s, she's out being promiscuous, has access to all these men, then she gets to 33, 34, 35, 36, okay, I'm ready. And now the guy, you're expecting him to be at 35 in his 40s. Now that he has accessibility to all these women, you're expecting him to be monogamous when you weren't. And I'm not saying cheating, but when I say promiscuous, you're out in all these relationships, being with all these men, and then he's like, here's his second or third relationship. And then all of a sudden, he has Miss Fancy Pants come by and he slips and falls into it. Okay? I'm not making excuses. I am not, listen, I'm not saying it's right. This is the dynamic. When I was 18, 19, and 20, you're a walking saluting 24/7. The psychologist who said this, men at 18, 19, 20, every 3 seconds are thinking about sex.
Now you see average women getting delusional. You know, not only do they want their husbands to take care of all the bills, they also want them to do chores, watch the kid. They just want them to do everything. Basically, the modern wife wants men to slave away for her because she is so awesome and amazing and so special. And then they make up these words like feminine goodness, and you can never measure them or really define them, but women have them, right? That's what they say.
So my gym crush spoke to me today. He walked up to me while I was on the Smith machine and was like, how many sets do you have? I was like, I have one more, but baby, for you, I'll stop this workout right now. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. No, but for real, I was like, I have one more left. And he was like, all right, bet. I'm going to wait here on the bench because there's like benches right there. He's like, I'm going to wait here on the bench till you done. And I was like, baby. But the way he said it, I just know he want me to have his babies. Like, I just know.
Stop it. Get some help.
What would you want his income to be? I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000.
I would have to say 127. Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000. Is that bad?
150, maybe to 250,000 a year would be comfortable for sure.
I was just having this conversation with my friend, and she was like, you have to manifest a husband, girl. Ideally, my husband needs to be making like 650,000.
So you said you want 500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K?
It is $45,000.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
I think it's 250,000.
It's 52,000.
What? No, it's not. Damn, America.
My favorite thing about girl friendship is how quick they are to be delusional with you. Like, I told this girl, I was like, yeah, I DM'd him and he didn't answer. And she's like, he's probably so nervous he doesn't even know what to say to you yet. Like, he's scared to even open it. Okay. I told my friend that a guy who I matched with on Hinge unmatched with me, and he's just so in love with you that he can't even stand. He kept looking at your profile, and he was like, he kept staring at your profile so he had matched with you after we went on a date. I was like, you know, yeah, that makes sense. And I told my other friend, a guy from my hometown, doesn't want to hang out because he's like, I don't know, whatever. And she's like, he's probably scared he's gonna catch feelings for you. That one might be true. But the girlies are so quick to be like defensive and delusional with you. Like, I fucking love that shit. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Yeah.
Female delusion cracks me up because why are you getting older and having higher standards when your value's going down? You'll have a woman in her 30s, a fossil, telling people about her high standards. Susie, you should have had those when you're 22, okay? Now nobody wants you. Your value's going down, your standards can't go up. Makes no sense.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, babies, for all my delusional girlies out there, I know you need to hear it. I'm going to tell you because I wish I would have gotten this through my thick ass head a long time ago. For one, nobody is too busy. You just aren't a priority. Don't go back and forth with me about this. Don't make excuses for that man. Like, if he wanted to, he would, to an extent, right? We're not going to have that debate. But you would feel if you're important to him. He would make it known. Second, someone who actually loves you or cares about you or values you wouldn't put themselves in a position to lose you. They're not going to jeopardize what they have with you if they actually care. If his actions are showing that he's kind of okay with you walking away or doing your own thing or you guys being done, that should be a good indicator of how much he values you being in his life.
And what gave you the confidence? Delusion? Yes. Shout out to my Delulu girls. Here's the thing. You have to be Delulu when you're dating. Yeah. I once spoke to a guy and I remember the first thing he said to me was, he was like, you are so Delulu. He was like, but I love it. And I was like, I know. I was like, you want to be Delulu, don't you? Like, you wish you could be Delulu, but you're like a man and you can't be Delulu. And he was like, yeah. He was like, but how can I be Delulu as a man? Like, I just can't. It's just impossible. We're men. He's like, we're realists, right? And I was like, yeah.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The delusion on this app is so real. It drives me crazy. Ladies, just because a man pursues you, meaning offers to take you on dates, does not make you entitled to his resources. It's interesting to me how women always want a man to, protect, provide, and all this good stuff from jump. But yet, I always hear women say, I'm not about to do wife duties for a man I'm not married to. So then why is a man providing the things that a husband would provide to his wife? I'm going to say it one more time. Just because a man pursues you does not make you entitled to his resources. And just because you are born with a vajayjay does not make you the prize, nor does it make you the catch.
And the worst thing is to be a male and not have self-awareness. Women can go without self-awareness. They live in a goddamn alternate universe any damn ways. They live in the metaverse. You know why they live in the metaverse? Because you guys lied to them. What I mean is this. You got a girl who butt ugly, but she thick, right? No one tells her she's ugly because she's thick. They want to smash because she's thick, but she's also ugly, but she'll never find out because guys have to play nice with her to smash her. Then they dash her if they're being real about it. So they don't ever get to find out what they really look like. That's why you got all these ugly girls who be on IG taking all these photos. And I just be like, good Lord, shorty, like, why are you taking these up close selfies? It's like you're torturing me.
Majority of women are absolutely delusional. They are.
How so?
But why? Well, they're delusional because they believe that there's this special man specifically for them.
Yes.
That will worship the ground that she walk on for eternity and not see any other woman besides her and not have any sexual desire for another woman outside of her and give her all of his money and all of his attention to her.
In time.
and time. And she believes that the older she gets, the more opportunity that she's going to face. You know why? Because she does not understand men.
But there's this perception by women now. It's like you ask them, how would you rate yourself? And it's like, I'm a 10 plus. And I'm like, honey, do you have a mirror? I'm just being objectively honest about this, right? Not everyone is a 10 plus, right? And to walk through life, I understand the difference between, you want to be confident, right? Women are being taught now, be confident. Yeah, but you can't be deluded, right? You can't be deluded. Why not just say, yeah, you know what? I look pretty good. I don't know. I don't rate myself. I look pretty good but I wouldn't say I'm a 10 plus.
You looking for $100,000 wedding?
Yes.
Yes. Why? I have high standards, and I feel like I shouldn't lower them just because.
I have high standards, too. I went to a justice of the peace.
Okay.
Married 32 years. The biggest weddings are the shortest marriages, I swear. Kim Kardashian, that dude, 72 days. Took her longer to pick out the dress than it did to be married to her. You know what I mean? You look at, that's just a party. You have that party like on your 25th wedding anniversary, then you could spend that kind of money. $100,000, you're never gonna get married, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the wrong goal. The goal is to have him like for 40 years, not to have one party.
I'm delusional. Of course I'm going to believe that man when he's love bombing me, because why wouldn't you fall in love with me in 3 to 5 business days? I'm delusional. Of course I'm going to romanticize everything in my life. I'm delusional. Of course I don't have a backup plan. I'm delusional. Of course I might not have been 100% correct, but I'm never wrong. I'm delusional. Of course I thought I could sit in my car and make TikToks and gain thousands of followers. Oh wait, I did that.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but please be delusional. I am the most delusional person on the planet. If I have a thought of, oh, this is going to be my future, it is generally going to happen because there's no other option. Let's say it together, ladies. Delusion is a form of manifestation. I'm literally writing sitcoms and movies and just living life right now. And it is because I am delusional. When I was 14, I just decided, okay, I'm going to make a movie. And I told no one because I knew the moment I told someone that they were going to be like, oh, are you sure about that? Like, what's your backup plan? There is no backup plan because it's going to happen.
A lot of people are fucking delusional. To a point, actually it's to a fault, that their delusion now is spilling out into real life situations in this world, and it's prohibiting them from being who they really should be and moving with the way they really need to move. For example, like when it comes to dating, a lot of your expectations are out of this fucking world. And it doesn't honestly even reflect who you really are. Now, I'll say this before I get into this. I think everybody should have a level of confidence in themselves. I'm very big on that. But I also believe in self-awareness. Are requiring people to have specific things that you're nowhere in reach of having. Or even seeing. To a point, like, I don't want to give out specific examples because it's like I don't want to like point fingers or seem a certain way because that's not my goal here. But it's like the places you frequent, the way you dress, how you speak, how you present yourself to the world doesn't correlate with the requirements that you want from your partner.
How old are you?
34.
34? How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it?
A lot of women are delusional. They won't admit it, but a lot of women are following this guy who is single giving advice because they're hoping he will see them in the comments or see them at the event. So my audience is actually smaller than these new age guys because I'm married. And that's the irony.
I have never heard that perspective before, but that I can totally see that, right? So, you know, some women see us as
that's why y'all gotta follow
the nephews.
I ain't no nephews.
Even the older woman, you think?
Yeah, that's why y'all gotta follow him, because y'all single.
Wow.
Every woman in your audience, if she's single, she would not mind if y'all are growing and healing and learning they could eventually see y'all as a potential husband.
I'm dating the nicest guy. That's great. No, he's like way too nice. Okay, then break up with him then? And what, go date some toxic douchebag? Wait, so do you think there are only super nice guys and then toxic douchebags? I mean, that's been my experience. I think you've got that wrong. It sounds like you have a very black and white view of how men treat you. What do you mean? I mean, you probably consider yourself a boss babe who don't need no man. Hell yes. So you think any man who doesn't cave to your every need is an asshole? That's right. But you're also a woman, so you're repulsed by a feminine man who allows you to control him. Yeah, So what society's telling you to do is in direct conflict with what biology is telling you to do. And instead of addressing these guys for who they really are, you're just allowing selfish emotional reactions to bring you to extreme conclusions about them. Most men aren't toxic douchebags or super nice guys. But if those are the only two types of guys you've dated, that sounds like a you problem, not a man problem.